Welcome back. As you can tell, there's some changes along. The first change is that we're actually going to be using this mat, which I was very lucky I was able to get. Second, all cards will be coming in with a new protector sleeve. I figure by this time I played it long enough that I think it started to sleeve all my cards up, especially the encounter cards. I'm currently using the KMC Perfects. I've already went through one, and that's only because I was playing through, after I finished the Dunwich campaign, I wanted to play the Path to Carcosa, but after playing the first one, and after a while, I was like, I kind of just want to play the Forgotten Age again, and so my plan is right now play the Forgotten Age, and I'm going to continue on onto the Dream Eaters, and then probably the Circle Undone. As for the Innsmouth, I've been having issues trying to grab the latest scenarios. And that's mostly due to, even though I've subscribed to who was it? The Covenant. I've subscribed to the Covenant to actually get each time a pack comes out, they'll send a new one to me. And they've been having issues where it's like, yeah, we didn't get enough to actually satisfy everything, which is like the most unfortunate thing. I can't believe how hard this game is to get. When I first got into it, I was like, okay, I'll get it, and then every so often I'll just upgrade it, which I have been doing for years. But now it's like dead on. There's really nothing to get for me because it's the starter investigators are always out. The Innsmouth, even though I should be getting them like monthly, I'm not getting them anymore. So that's unfortunate. So we're gonna be playing the Forgotten Age. I don't have any music on because I wanted to start it on here. Because this is like kind of like a jungle adventure. I'm like, oh, I'll use my D&D adventure jungle environment. Then I realized that's not that much music. It's going to loop at least once a game. But, so, we're playing as Ursula Downs. She's the explorer. Every time she moves, she gets a free investigate action, which is amazing. The weakness I got for her is the thing that follows. Basically, every time this comes up, it's gonna like be the furthest from it, and it's gonna slowly try to creep up to her and try to attack her. As for my other character, I'm playing Leo Anderson. He is the expedition leader. His weakness is psychosis, which basically after you take one or more horror, you take one direct damage. His ability. After your turn begins, you may play an ally asset, reducing its cost by 1. Basically a free turn to put down an ally and reducing its cost. Really good for an ally character. I've already kind of made the decks a long time ago, and I'm like looking at my Ursula decks, like I want to upgrade all these cards because these are not good cards for Ursula, but I don't remember why I put them in there in the first place. But it'll come back to me. So, the Forgotten Age, there's the new supply mechanic, and this is unique to this campaign. Basically, we are on expedition, and then we have to buy our own supplies, but the problem is you don't have that much money for supplies, so you have to really figure out which one you want and some things you don't want. This is my second time playing this. I played it offline a while back, and I played with Ursula and Leo, and it actually went pretty well. This campaign is one of the harder ones because it's really one of the worst ones the first time through, like a blind playthrough. Because all the supplies is like, I should have gotten that supply, and now I'm just getting trauma left and right. So, it's interesting. But this has actually ended up being one of my favorite campaigns. Alright. We have the Vengeance mechanic. That's very much new. Basically, every time we kill a snake, the god Yig, who's basically the father of snakes, is going to get pissed off at you. And Yig is very protective of his own children, so if you keep killing snakes, the more he's going to hate you. and that will actually affect the game. So when I see a snake, I want to try to invade it, try to get away from it. You do not want to try to kill snakes. If you do, you're just going to piss off Yig more, and the game's going to end up being very much harder. Now Ursula has a 4-foot, so she can actually evade pretty well. Leo has a foot of 1. He's not going to be evading anytime soon, but he's going to have cars to help him evade. So that's going to be helpful. And we have this new feature called the Explore. And this Explore action allows us to basically try to explore around. Basically, we shuffle anything we can explore into this deck, and then we draw and see if we can put it out. The Explorer deck kind of sucks sometimes because there's also treacheries in there, so there's a good chance you're not going to be able to. A lot of times it feels going to feel like a wasted action. All right, so forgot to put Psychosis in there. Here's the prologue. Tuesday, June 2nd, 1925. There'll be no rest for us this summer, it seems. Today I met with Harlan Ardenstone, a historical theorist at the Mystic County University, and an old friend of mine. He said he has a job offer for me, but frankly, I didn't know what to expect. Harlan introduced me to an associate of his, Alandro Vella, a distinguished historian from across the southern border. Mr. Vella is a graduate of a prestigious university in Mexico City and spent many years researching into the Aztec Empire. He claims he has found the evidence regarding the existence of an unheard of Aztec state called the Esteli. His strange and unpredictable findings were not accepted by the university. He has become somewhat of a parish among his peers. Alandro came to Arkham to seek funding for an expedition into the rainforests of southern Mexico, where he believes the ruins of Esteli Alpali lie undiscovered. His description of the city-state's origins defies modern understanding of the Mesoamerican history. Despite this, or knowing my own friend because of this, Harlan is enthralled by Alandro's discoveries. Mystic County University has agreed to fund the expedition, albeit meagerly. And Harlan wants me to go along. The way I see it, there's a good chance we're looking for something that doesn't even exist. But even if there's a slight chance that these Esteli peoples existed, the historical significance would be profound. We debated the issue for some time, but in the end we accepted Alandro's offer. Preparations are underway, and we should be setting off by the end of the month. With any luck, we'll have this journal filled with all manner of interesting discoveries. If not, perhaps it'd be a nice wedge to place beneath Harlan's lopsided desk. If Ursula down, Leo Anderson, or Monetary Check was chosen as investigator for this campaign, choose one of those investigations to be the expedition leader. That investigator begins scenarios 1 and 2 as the lead investigator. So, Leo is literally an expedition leader. So, he's going to be the leader. And it's funny because even though Leo and Ursula came in this expansion pack, Monetary Jack isn't. In fact, Monetary Jack isn't even in Arkham Horror, the card game, as of yet. So, but he's been in other Arkham File games, like the Arkham Horror board game, and he is like somewhat of an explorer, an Indiana Jones type of explorer. So we don't have him yet, but the game's already asked, saying like, hey, if he's here. So, and then we go choose our supplies. Now, I printed out my own log because I don't like using the app anymore. And for the supplies, I bought for Leo torches, binoculars, and blanket. Ursula, I bought 1 medicine, a map, and her own blanket. I did not buy any provisions, and I just realized I don't have any pendant. And you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. 2 investigators have 7 supplies, so torches cost 3. Binoculars cost 2, and the blanket cost 2, so 4, 7, yep. So I'm not going to be getting the pendant, which is fine. You have provisions. So the available supplies is 1 supply point per provision, 2 supply points for medicine, 3 for rope, 2 for a blanket, 2 for a canteen, 3 for torches, 2 for compass, 3 for a map, 2 for binoculars, 2 for chalk, and 1 for a pendant. And it's like, why do you want a pendant? And it just literally says, useless but fond memories of being comfort to travelers far from home. It's actually quite useful later down the road, but this is the only time you can get it. There is one resupply point where you get more supply, but I've built this supply log like 2 weeks ago, and I could barely remember why I picked what I picked, but I get the general idea of what I'm trying to do. Alright. So, Scenario 1, the Untamed Wilds. It's been hell of a day. We've been set up along the northern border of the rainforest where Alandra believes that Etztili once dwelled. The jungle here is dense and untamed. The sky is above the tree cover, but I can tell the crisp breeze that storm clouds are brewing overhead. The dangers of our expedition has been explained to us many times. We are hundreds of miles away from any sign of civilization. Nobody in modern times have yet to pierce the heart of these wilds. Until now, nobody has any reason to try. After all, it wouldn't make sense to find Aztec ruins in this region of Mexico, and yet here we are, looking for ruins that may not exist in a place where, by all accounts, they should not. Already one of our surveyors have fallen ill, another was bitten by a viper. I'm starting to think a rainforest doesn't want us here. If this luck persists, ours will be the shortest expedition in Mississippi University history. Tonight we rest. Tomorrow we venture into the uncharted wilds. Alright. And there you have it. So, Untamed Wilds. Agenda 1. Your expedition has ventured far into the rainforests of southern Mexico in search of a forgotten Aztec city-state. What will you find when you head deeper into the untamed jungle? Explore. Draw the top card of the exploration deck. If it's a connected location, put it into play and move into it. So basically that's saying, hey, this is an action you can do, which we're going to need to, because the only thing out we have is the expedition camp. Act 1. Exploring the rainforest. Today you depart from your camp in order to seek the ruins and Alandra seeks. That is, even if they even exist. When the round ends, investigators at any non-campsite location may spend the number of clues as a group to advance. So we have to be outside the expedition group to spend these clues at the end of the round. So let's go ahead, guess 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to get new, better tokens because these things are getting used. But for now, they're okay that we use that. Alright, so Ursula, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Shortcut. I actually quite like this. I think she'll work well with this. Leo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beat Cop, Mitch Brown. Leo. Oof. I kind of want Leo just for the free action. One, 2, 3. Yeah, let's get Leo for the free action. So we're gonna get 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and I have to get a new one. There we go. Very good. I like what I have. That was a weakness, so that automatically gets mulliganed. Alright. Also, I can like flip over real quick to see my computer, and I flip right over here, and it's coming back to here. Alright, let's turn on some music, which you may or may not hear, but it's more for me. I'm using the environmental jungle for our D&D adventure. Alright. So, Expedition Camp. The camp abuzz with both excitement and dread. Some of the members of the expedition are setting up additional canvas tents for supplies, while others are hurtled around an incomplete map of the northern edge of the rainforest. So we both start here. We may resign. The wilds are too dangerous. Check your supplies. If you have a map, look at the top 3 cards of the exploration deck. Place 1 on the bottom and 2 other on top in any order. Alright, so who has the map? Ursula has the map. So Leo, let's go ahead and start with you. So you're gonna start by using when your turn begins, play an ally and reduce it by cost by 1. We're gonna put Leo DeLuca, and that's gonna cost 5 instead of 6. That's all our actions. And we gain 1 additional action per turn. So sweet. So first action goes down to 3. To play emergency cash, you gain 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're just gonna spend 1 action to gain 1 additional resource. Then we're going to put down our 4 to 5 automatic. So we have 1 action left. Do I want to let's put this over here so we know it's not an asset. Let's put it up here. I kind of want to use my map before I explore, but let's go ahead. Leo, you're going to explore. So, as we explore, we get to the top of the exploration deck. Rope bridge. Is it connected? Yes, it is. So he ends up moving here. So, I was not expecting him to move. And there are 2 on here. All right. You really shouldn't have him explore because he's going to fail. All right. Ursula, what do we want to do? Ooh, okay, Ursula. Let's play, take away 3, put down Tooth of the Etsley. We can't put her out. And we're going to take 1, put out Fine Clothes. And we're going to go ahead and use her map. So, check your supplies. If you have the map, look at what she does. Look at the top 3 cards of the exploration deck. 1, 2, 3. Place 1 on the bottom, the other 2 on top. So, this is connected to this. And this is connected to that. So, I want to put this on top here. And this one is going to go in the bottom. And that's the end of her turn. Alright. So, put 1 Doom. 1 there. Oh wait. Everyone gets 1 resource. Leo, you get a Beat Cop. Ursula, you get Inquire in Mind. Alright. So, Ursula, you get Creeping Poison. Each investigator who is poisoned takes 1 damage. No one's poisoned, but it's still getting Surge. Ursula, you get Ancient Evils. Leo, you get an instantly guarding. Any empty location. There is no empty locations. So, yeah, so he can't be spawned. There's no proper place to put him. Okay, so I do not want to explore the rope bridge. I want Ursula to do that instead. Wait, which one did I put on top? I don't remember. Oh crap. Oh well. Ursula, we're going to have you go first. We're going to play a shortcut to give her a free movement, and then she's going to go ahead, and after you move to a location, take so she's going to try to grab one of the clues here. Well, this is free action. +1, so she gains 1 clue. Alright. She's going to investigate 1 more time. +1. She gains all the clues here. Then she's going to explore, which should be the trail. And is this connected here? No, it's not, but it is connected to this. So, as an additional task to investigate, check your supplies. If this location has a compass, if no investigator at your location has a compass, you must spend 3 resources. Oh crap! And there's 2 of them in here. But that's a victory. But it's going to be really hard to get all those items, especially since I don't have the supplies. But if she gets deduction, I can quickly pick it up. Crap baskets. Let's go ahead. Should I put field work in? Because there's no way I could try to explore again, but that'll be from here. I do not know if I can get there from there. Those are here. So let's just move her back 1. So that's the end of her turn. Put this over here. Alright, Leo. I'm going to move you 1 over here. And you're going to explore. Path of Thorns. After you fail skill test while investigating, take 1 damage. And this connects to here. Does this connect to anywhere else? No. So let's kind of move these over here. Because it looks like this is going to go this way. Let's see. And there's 2 on here. We need 6. I do not really want to explore there too much. But I think we should have at least 1 explorer up. It'll be stopped at 3. I'll only be up by... So let's play these 2, commit these 2 cards. So I'm up by 2. And I get a skull. What is the skull? Number of vengeance points on display, 0. There's no in display. So we get 1. And I'm too scared of continuing this adventure. So let's explore. River Canyon, which it is connected to. Sweet. And it's connected to the expedition camp. And the rope bridge, I believe. So. It's here. That can go in here, actually, I'm pretty sure. Can it also go here to here? Yep, it can. Alright, so she could actually move down and grab all these. Alright, that's the end of all our turns. 1, 1. Actually, I want her to go down here, spend it, and then come here and grab that one. Would that work? Would that be helpful? Possibly. Possibly not. Alright, Leo, you get Inspire and Presence, which you don't really need. Ursula, you get Connect the Dots. That's actually going to be very helpful. That's exactly what she needed, actually. Alright. Now, Doom, Ursula, you get Surge and Poison. There's Surge, no one's poisoned. Low on supplies. Lose 2, take 1 damage, discard an asset. I do not want us to discard anything, so let's let everyone take 1 damage. Alright. Leo. Take 1 ally, plus 1 additional damage for each asset you control. Are you on an ancient location? No. Alright. Take 1 damage. And then Leo takes 1 damage. Alright. That ain't bad. 3 and 4. Alright, so how do we want to do this? I want Ursula to come down here and then use connected dots to get this. She needs 4 though. Okay. She can come down here. She'll be at a 0. Though Inspiring Presence could be helpful. So it would be up by 1. Or she can try to get that one. The Path of Thorns. She would move 1. Gain a move over. Get that. Would it be enough? Yes, it would. Alright. So, her first action is to gain a resource. And she's going to move 1, 2, but she has no moves left, but she's going to use her free action to get this. And she's going to use Inquire in Mind. So, she's up by 3. Or actually up by 4. So we get negative 3. So it's good that we did that. So she gets this, and then she's going to play Connect the Dots. After you discover the last clue, discover 2 locations with a shroud lower, which is boom, this one. Boom, boom. Sweet sweets. That was very helpful. I really like that card, Connect the Dots. And that's the end of her turn. Alright. Leo, we're going to move you 1 up here. So that's 1 action. Draw 1 card. Another action. Draw. Should I? He's going to get 1 resource, and he's going to play that resource to bring out a machete. And that's the end of his actions. So, when the round ends, the investigator at any non-campsite location may spend as a group to advance. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the end of the round. So, Leo gets 1, Ursula gets 1, Ursula gets Crack the Case, which could have been helpful earlier. Leo, you get another Inspiring Presence. Alright, that's the end of the round. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clues is spent. Exploring the rainforest. As you explore the dense jungle, you are suddenly confronted by several natives. At first glance, they appear to be warriors from an Aztec city-state, perhaps even the ones you seek. How could they have survived undiscovered for this long? Even with Alandra's notes, you are able to translate what the warriors say, but they call you intruder and implore you that you leave that jungle at once. You try to explain that you're searching for the Esteli, which causes them to murmur and debate among themselves. Finally, one of them speaks to you in rudimentary Spanish. Ishitaka will know what to do with you, intruder. He blows a decorated clay ocarina, producing a shrill note that echoes throughout the jungle. Warriors depart as suddenly as they arrive. Put the set-aside Itacha enemy into play at the lead investigator's location. Where are you, Ishitaka? So, she's here, and she's gonna go over here. So she's gonna basically be threatening Leo, because he's the shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. Okay, shuffle the discard pile into the counter deck. So Ichitaka is a 5/4/4, so she's pretty beefy. She has Alert and Retaliate, so if you try to disengage with her or attack her, she'll probably hit you for 2. Parlay, test 4 to convince Ichitaka that you are not her enemy. If you succeed, place 1 clue from the token bank in court. If you fail and Ichitaka is ready, she attacks you. So, Huntress of the Astili. I don't trust them, Elandro says as soon as the natives are out of earshot. They mean to kill us, not aid us. If you think this Ichitaka is going to help us find the ruins, be my guest, but I refuse to follow where she leads. You can feel the discomfort and confusion in Elandro's voice. You attempt to speak with Itacha or take Elandro's advice and fight your way through the ruins. If Itacha is defeated, advance. If there's a number 1 per investigated clues on Itacha, place the victory display in advance. So, we can either fight her or parlay with her. But first, let's go ahead and continue with this. So, we get 1 Doom. Ursula, test will 3. If you fail, take 1 horror for each point you fail and add it to your player you may not explore. So, this Tooth of Estely is going to increase it by 1, so she's actually up by 1. Let's see. So, Leo's going to add Inspiring Presence, so she's going to be up by 2 instead. And we get a Skull, which is there's no vengeance in the victory display, so that's great. And I love it because we have not seen any snakes whatsoever. Usually snakes are all over the place. But because of this, after you succeed a skill test or resolve an ability, exhaust it and draw 1 card. Emergency cash. Alright, so Leo, low on supplies. We can't lose 2 resource. So we're going to have to say everyone takes 1 damage. Alright. This is actually going decently well. Alright. So it's our turn. So Ursula has Fine Clothes. Reduces difficulty all skill tests you perform during parlay actions by 2. So this parlay action is going to be a 2 instead of a 4. So we're literally up by 2. So we're going to parlay with Ichitaka. We get a 0. So we place 1 clue token on her. And she's going to do so again. Auto fail, which means she attacks and hits us for 2 damage. Ouch. In her last action, she's going to try again, which we get a -2. So we pass. Ursula only has 3 health left. She didn't go and do good, but she doesn't really need to find clues now. Alright, so we have 2 clues on Ichitaka. Place her in the victory display, which we'll put up here, and advance. If Ichitaka has 1 per clues on her, 1 per investigator clues on her. Interesting. You're not here simply to shed blood, Ichitaka says with a spark of wonder in her voice, and you're shunned to hear her speaking in perfect English. Remember that Ichitaka is leading the way. Add one cult token into the bag. So get 1 cult token, and that cult token is now in the bag. For the remainder of the campaign, shuffle the set-aside ruins location, the 3 set-aside ruins, which is right here. In advance, search for the ruins. So we need to find, I'm pretty sure we need to find the ruins, which we can find it through this trail right here. So, alright. Shuffle them into the exploration deck. Advance to 3A, search for the ruins. Ugh. Excuse me. 3A, search for the ruins. If I cannot dissuade you, so be it. Follow me and I'll lead you to the place you seek. But heed my warning. Disturb the ruins at your own risk. They have remained hidden for a reason. Alandra warmly keeps a safe distance from Ataka as she shows you the way. Each Estili guardian cannot attack or be attacked, nor the effects from the arrow from the tree's treachery. So that's quite helpful. Only the investigators at the ruins of Estili can spend the requested number of clues as a group to advance. We need 6. So we can go here and she can get some of these out, but we still need 6 of them. Alright, Ursula, you're done. Leo. You're not. You have a pretty good thing, but you're not going to be able to get that. So he's going to move 1, 2 to 1, 2 to move over here. Let's try to get this out. So we're going to explore. Serpent's Haven. Is it connected to this? No, it's not. So we explore again. Lost in the Wilds. Test will. If you take 1, take horror. So we're up by 1. Oh, I forgot you could heal 1 damage and 1 ally. So this would have been healed a long time ago. But since we didn't do that, let's not. So Inspiring Presence. So we're up by 2. And we get a +1. So Inspired Presence will heal our Leo. And this goes into the discard pile. That's 1 action. And this gets shuffled back in. So we're going to search again. Snake Bite. Oh, there's no way we're going to be able to... It's either test 3 flight. If you fail, you must either choose 1... Deal 5 damage to an ally, which is going to be Leo, or take 1 direct damage. If you're not poisoned, you are poisoned. You do not want to be poisoned in this game. I'll do whatever it takes not to be poisoned. So what that means? That means if we do not get the Elder Sign effect, which is 1 in 16th chance, we're going to lose. So we're probably going to lose this. Skull. So we lost. So Leo is dead. That's like the worst one we can find. So we're up to 3, which isn't so bad because we can still beat another person. Alright. And, oh wait, he still has 1 more action. No, wait. We lost that additional action because we got Leo's dead. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So, we just used all our actions. Alright. Everyone gets 1. Boom. Boom. Leo, you get something worth fighting for. Ursula, you get the thing that follows. So, we'll put this right over here. So that ain't good. I could probably have Leo go up there and just kill that thing real quick. Alright. So, how do we want to do this? Alright, well, start this. Bam. Ursula, you get a snake bite. So this is the Tooth of Estili will help in this. Do we have anything else? We have field work, but field work we may want to use to get that river canyon though. To get more clues because we still need plenty of those. Alright, we're up by but if she gets hit, she will be poisoned. We are up by 1. So, screw it. When we use field work, we're up by 2. -2. Thank God I got to that field work. So this gets it, and we get a new card, Jake Williams. Okay, I don't really need you, Jake. Alright. Leo, Ancient Evils, oh crap, baskets. So this breaks. After hours of exploration and futile attempts to map out the wilds, you're convinced something is watching your progress, stalking your every move. The shapes of large serpentine creatures slither in the bush all around you. You try to back away, but the creatures have you completely surrounded, hissing you from all sides. Suddenly, several shapes have emerged from the bush. Human-sized creatures with the bodies of the serpents and arms wielding spears and jagged knives. The creatures are savage, attacking you fiercely. Somehow you manage to flee to safety, although the sensation you're being watched remains. Although you survive the encounter, you're confronted by a stark reality that the place is home to creatures beyond your understanding. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and the Agents of Yig encounter set into the deck pile. Alright. So, we got Yigs in here now. We got Snake People in this deck. Oop. Each investigator tests 3 will. Any investigators who fail perform the following: take 1 damage and 1 horror. If you're not poisoned, you are poisoned. You don't want to be poisoned. So this is a resolve an ability on a treachery card. This is not a treachery card. It's an agenda card. So Ursula will test you first. She's going to use Dr. Ellie and Jake Williams. So she'll be up by 2. Ah, dang it. +1. So she got it. Leo, you're up by 1, so we'll put down something we're fighting for. So we'll be up by 2. And we get a 0. Oh! I did not want to get poisoned. There was once excitement has turned into dread. This place is far deadlier than you can have imagined, as if the jungle itself wants you out. We still have the explore action, and we have 9. So we have 9 turns before it finishes. Alright, so Ursula, you can map out the Estili, and I think that's what we're going to do. So, Ursula, let's move you up by 1. That's 1 action. And she's going to use her map action. 1. She has the map, right? I just want to make sure. Yes, Ursula is the one that has the map. So, click the 3 cards. Okay, so we need to put 1 on the bottom. So we have victory points. Temple of the Fang, which is going to be easy to learn, which can be found through the Path of Thorns. And it has 2 on it. So which one we want to take down to the blow? So that's 1 action. And I think I want to so we can get away from this guy. I can move down here, try to grab this, but that's not going to be possible. So we're going to move her over here. We need 6. We don't have any clues, so getting that item out to get more and to get some victory points would probably be helpful. Alright, so her action's done. Alright, Leo, you're not going to be able to do too much. So, move 1 up here. It's 1 action. Then we're going to engage the thing that follows. Location farthest from you, prey, bear only, hunter. So it doesn't engage with us because it's only going to try to go after her, so we have to go after it. So we're going to use our machete. Gets +1 fight, so we're up by 2. But if we kill it, we kill it. So we get a 0. This gets shuffled back into Ursula's deck. And that's all we can do. Alright, so everyone gets, there's no enemies, boom, boom. Ursula, you get, oh, Call the Unknown, that's not good. So this is her special weakness. Put into the threat area at the beginning of your turn, choose a location other than your location. If you do not successfully investigate, you gain horror. And then it gets shuffled back in. Alright. Leo, you get Guard Dog. Alright, so 1 Doom. Ursula, you get that's the Guardian, which any empty location, doesn't matter. Because they literally have nothing against us now, because we basically talked out of it. And Leo, you get a Brood of Yig. He doesn't have Vengeance on him, so we're not too worried about it. Alright, so how do we want to do this? I was hoping to have Leo explore, but because of this Brood, that's not going to happen. Alright, so... Alright. I guess Ursula's just going to have to take the horror at this point. Alright, so, Leo? No, let's go ahead and have Ursula go. We'll say she needs to investigate this expedition camp. So she's going to explore, and we're going to find the Temple of the Fang. So, Temple of the Fang is connected... It's connected to this. It's worth 2 victory points. That's not that bad at all. Gets +1 shroud for each vengeance in the victory play. There is no vengeance in the victory supply, so goody. So she goes there for free, which means she gets a free investigate. +1, so she gets it. That was 1 action. So she's going to investigate again. What does that thing do? -2. If you're poisoned, this test automatically fails. So, oh, no, we beat it. And we weren't poisoned. So we get another one. Alright, let's move her over here for our last action. That's it. So, she's done. Alright, Leo. Your reaction ability is you're going to put out Beat Cut. And because it's a reaction ability, you don't have to get hit by it. Alright, so we're going to hit our first action. It's Machete. So it's our 5 against 3. We're up by 3. So we beat it. Beat 1. So put 2 damage on it. -3. So did we beat it? Yeah, we did. So he's dead, and he's not Vengeance. And Leo, your last action is going to move down here, back down here. Alright, that's the end of our turn. Bam. Bam. Leo, you get 45 automatic. Ursula, you get shortcut. Oh, and this, she takes 2 damage, or 2 horror. Actually, no, she doesn't get shortcut. So this gets shuffled back in, so this would all... So it's possible, because it might be possible she gets it back. So she gets vantage point. Alright. 1 Doom. Ursula, Creeping poison, surge, no one's poisoned. Test will 3. So she's up by 1 because of tooth. So she got 0. So she passed, which means she also uses this to get a free card. Another emergency cache. Alright, Leo. Voice of the Jungle. If you did not successfully explore, take 1 horror. Alright, so that's not good. But Ursula's going to help you explore, so it's not too bad. So let's go ahead and have Ursula go first. Ursula, you move to the expedition camp, and you're going to use your top 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. We can go to the Serpent's Haven through there, but I don't think I want to. Let's put this on the bottom. So in case... So he can explore there and get there if he really needs to. Alright. And for her last action, she's going to go ahead and do that once again. Green Blast 3. Oof. Alright. Well, that wasn't good. But if the last 2 is on the bottom, there's a good chance I'm going to be able to get over here and get it. Oh crap. I need to actually have 3 resources to actually even do that anyway. I don't have 3 resources. That's not going to happen. Alright. Leo, we need to have 6. That one place had plenty of clues on it. So let's move here. It's 1 action. And then we're going to explore. We'll have 1 more action. And that explore would be Serpent's Haven. So this is going to be kind of awkward because this goes to several different places. So this goes here. Yep. So he moves here. But also, I've already ran out of my other ones. Goes to the Temple of the Fang. There's 4. Means there's plenty of them to get. And also, it goes here too. So I have to use these. Which one did this one go to? Oh, I think it went here to here. Yep. This also goes to triangle, which it did. What about the hourglass? No, I don't see any of the hourglass. So you have 1 left. After you investigate or explore, if you are poisoned, take 1 damage. We're not poisoned. Oh, wait. Wait. I can use Vantage Point. I don't want to do that. Alright. Even if it's a -1. So we're up by 1. 0. So we get a clue. Alright, I think we're doing very well here. There are no enemies. This is an enemy. Since I successfully explored, we do not have to worry about taking a horror. So... let's put this in here. Let's go up anyway. Let's see. Alright, we all get resource. I think we draw before we get resources. But, Ursula, you get connect the dots. Huh. I'm like, no, that's not going to really be helpful. And Leo, you get call in favors. That's fine. Alright. 1 doom. Ursula. Creeping poison. So, get another one. Oh, so that ain't good. And then Leo, you get Curse of Yig. You get -1 health, -1 fight, and you gain the Serpentine strength. Huh. That sucks. Alright, so let's go ahead. How do we want to do this first? Let's see. Let's go ahead and map out the next area. 1, 2, 3. This should have what we need to go with. Ruins of Esteli. Yes, we want that. And that will have 4 clue tokens, but victory 2. We'll discard this. So, oh, we can even get there by the Ogre and Ruins too, or Serpent's Haven. Sweet. Those 2. So Ursula is going to move 1 down. Just 1. She gains a free investigate action. Which is -1, so she gets 1. And then she's going to go ahead and explore, which will be the place we need to go. Ruins of Esteli. When can we... So, we advance as soon as we get 6 clues anytime we want. So, this is all going to be moving up. This guy. Let's put this guy underneath here. He's there, but it doesn't matter. Where did I just put the ruins? Where did I just put it down? Oh, here it is. So, I can do some freaky things. It goes here. And this goes... Oh, come on. And this goes here. Oh. Didn't know I had that one. Alright. It's in the wrong area. This is all over the place. So she goes here automatically, and there's 4 clue tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good thing is, after you fail a skill test while investigating, draw the top card of the encounter deck. So we explored, moved, and then we mapped, moved, explored, and we already used our free action to explore there, so we can't do anything else. Okay. I could use connect the dots to get these last 2 items after we get all this, which I think we are going to do. But for now... Okay. So yeah. Leo, you're going to need help. Let's go ahead. We'll be up by 1 for this voice. Can she help us? No, she cannot. So he's just going to go ahead and move down along, and then he's going to go ahead try to get rid of this, the voice of the jungle. So we're up by 1, and we get 0. So this goes in the discard pile, and then the Curse of Yig, try to get rid of that, which is up by 2, and we got 3, so we still have it. That sucks. Oh well. I think we're doing really good. We might be able to beat this next turn, depending on what we get on this deck. Alright, so let's get us 1. Leo, you get Guard Dog. Ursula, Field Work. Alright. Doom. Ursula. Serpents of Yoth. Oh, that ain't good. So, yeah, that's not good at all. Well, they're one of more vengeance points. This basically gets more powerful the more inventions they have. Now, can I put it on her or can I put it on him? I'm pretty sure I have to put it on her. And that's partially fine. Alright. Leo, you get Snake Bite. Test 3. So, is there any way to help? 45 automatic. Calling in favors, so we're up by 2. I want her to make sure to get that, so. So, we're at 0. And we get 0. Alright. So, ironically, I get to keep Cop. Thank God. Alright. I won't be able to kill. I might actually kill him. But it's like, do 2 damage, and then get rid of my beat Cop. Which at this point, I'm okay with. So let's engage. Oh, I'm only up by 1 because of Curse of Yig. Do I want to do that, or want to try to get rid of Curse of Yig? Let's just go ahead. So let's have Ursula go ahead and invade him. So we're going to use field work, so we'll be up by 2 to evade him. And we get 2. So he's invaded. Oop. Alright. Now she still has 2 actions left. Play this. Not play it, but commit to that. To get +1. So she has 4. So she got by 2. And we get that number of locations. Holy shit. We failed. Draw the top card of the thing. Guardian. Doesn't matter. She'll do the same. Do vantage point this time. Get up by 1. -1, so she gets 1. Alright. That really hurts the cultist sign. Alright, so Leo, we want to try to kill this guy. We can't use machete because we only were engaged with it. So we're gonna fight. We're at -1, so but Yog-Sothoth gives us +1. So we're gonna use our 45 automatic. So we're up by 2. And we get Skull. There's no vengeance, so we do 2 damage. We fight him again. We have 1 action left. Zero. And we'll discard our beat Cop to do 1 damage, and we'll kill him, and he goes into the victory display. Alright. I'm only up by 0. Do I really want to risk trying to get those items, get that, and pull one of those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's not a good, really not good a chance. So let's go ahead. Let's get rid of this curse. It's really hurting. Instead, we're up by 2. We get a 0. So this curse goes away. All right. Everyone gets resources. Ursula, crack the case. That'll be very helpful. Leo, psychosis. Every time we get a horror, we also get hit with damage. 1 doom. Ursula, you get a boa constrictor. That sucks. And Leo, you get overgrowth. You cannot explore at the low. That doesn't matter. We don't care if it's explored. Alright, I think things are a little bit changed now. I was hoping to use all of Ursula's abilities to get these clues and get it over there. Not gonna happen. Not with this boa constrictor. So, she's going to play this, have Leo go first, and he's going to explore. Not explore, but investigate. And he's up by 1. And we get -1, so we get 1. We can finish this game. That's for sure. So let's draw a card for 1 action. Mitch Brown. I was hoping for a card that's going to help us for the last action. So, Mitch Brown, commit, grab a clue. We're up by 2, and we get a -1. We can already beat this. So, and that was his last action. All right. You know what Ursula's gonna do? She's going to investigate, which means. Okay, I don't really care about the exhausted cards. He's going to attack, but I'm going to use my Fine Clothes to take the damage. And she's up by 1. And we get a 0. So we get the last clue. We get to play, after you discover the last clue, the location. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get to pick 2 from any other locations, which we'll do this one right here. So we get these clues too. And then we are going to spend all 6 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need an extra 4. Alright. Search for the ruins. Discovery of a lifetime. What you found is beyond your wildest expectations. Despite their supposed age, the ruins appear preserved in time. Several aspects of the architects strangely futuristic. You set out to investigate at once. Resolution 1R. Alright. Resolution. Oh, there it is. Untamed Wilds. Thursday, July 2nd, 1925. Somehow, after much toil and many hours of exploration, we found the ruins that Elandro sought, though we scarcely could have been ready what we encountered in the wilds of the jungle. The rainforest was guarded by unfathomable horrors, serpentine creatures, driven by anger and hate. They hunted us relentlessly, wielding primitive weaponry and communing in sharp hisses. Perhaps just as deadly were the human natives of the rainforest. They appeared to be Aztec warriors as far as dress and speech were concerned. Despite conquering of the Aztec people hundreds of years ago, these warriors somehow survived. How they managed to remain undiscovered this long is beyond us. The warrior named Ishtaka was particularly intriguing. We were able to defuse the initial encounter with her, and surprisingly she helped guide us through the jungle, only to disappear mysteriously once we reached the ruins. I have a feeling we have not seen the last of her. Elandro did not agree with our decision to trust the Estley warriors. He decided to stay at the camp until further notice. Disturbed as he is by their presence. I thought he would be excited to learn more about them, but I expect this journey defies even his brood-minded theories. I suppose he has a right to be distrustful. Nothing about this expedition makes sense. We have cleared a route to what Elandro believes is the main temple of the ruins. There is little time to rest. The serpentine creatures seem intent to stopping us, so we cannot tally any longer than necessary. Soon we will enter the ruins and see what secrets they hide. In your campaign log, record that the investigators have cleared the path to the Estley ruins. Record in your campaign log that Elandro chose to remain at camp. Do not add Elandro Vela to any investigator deck. Record in your campaign log that the investigator has earned Ishtaka's trust. For each vengeance points in this victory display, record 1 tally mark under Gig's Fury. Beware of the anger of the father of serpents, as his fury will haunt you in the future. Each investigator earns experience versus Victory X for each card in the victory display form. So, wow, we only had one real snake came out with vengeance, and that was near the very end. Has to be the luckiest run I ever had in this one. So, all right, let's see how many victory. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we could have probably gotten the more in here, the one in here too, but 8, good enough. All right, we also get our interlude. So, in the interlude 1, Restless Nights. Check your supplies. Each investigator with a blanket reads Restful Sleep. The rest read Tossin and Turnin. Restful Sleep, of which we both have blankets. Mercifully, I was able to sleep through each night. However, while my body rested, my mind was plagued by nightmares. A caravan, like a gaping maw, bathed in dim red light. Walls slithering with the glimmering scales of 100 vipers. It might have been better if I had not slept at all. You suffer no ill effects. Now, if we did not have a blanket, we would have suffered either one physical or mental trauma. So thank goodness we got those blankets. Check your supplies. Investigators as a group must cross off one provision per investigator from their supplies. Each provision they cannot cross off, choose an investigator to read low in supplies. We thought be careful enough on food and water for everyone, but the journey has taken its toll. The sun rose and it came to time to eat. We discovered we were already running out of provisions. The next scenario, we have 3 fewer resources. So I didn't buy any provisions. So the next one, we're only going to start with 2 provisions. So the lead investigator must choose one investigator to be the group's lookout. Then that investigator checks his or her supply. If he or she has binoculars, he or she reads shapes in the trees. Otherwise, she reads eyes in the dark. So, Leo should have binoculars, which he does. So, Leo has binoculars. Most of the nights passed without incident, but on this night, I was startled by the rustling tree branches along the southern border of our camp's clearing. Despite the darkness, I was able to use my binoculars to see shapes moving in the trees. The shapes appear human, but why? Why do they watch us from afar? What is their purpose? You earn 2 additional experience as you gain further insight into the motivations of the Estili. So, not only do we get a good amount of experience, but Leo also has 2 extra ones. So I think, was it 8? I'll figure it out later, but yeah, I think Leo has 10 experience after this one, which is, thank goodness, he needs the experience. Alright, check your supplies. Each investigator with medicine may cross it off to choose and remove a poison weakness from the investigator deck. Each investigator who still has poison weakness reads the poison spreads, and basically you get physical trauma. I basically made sure none of us had any poison. So, because we didn't, we're good. We don't have to cross off any medicine because no one was poisoned. So, this was the Untamed Wilds, and the first of the Forgotten Age, one of my favorite campaigns, and this is going strikingly well. Strikingly too well, to be honest. I'm surprised at how well it's actually going. So, this has been the first one. I hope to see you for the next one at the Doom That Came to the Estili. See you then.